The Time Traveller's Handbook, Selected Chapters, Super Tramps. Mind flux, when your head can't process the data of multiple jumps, the ones that have occurred in a small space of time. In these cases, the reality wave created by the brain will naturally settle in and find its place in a more conventional setting, unconsciousness to consciousness, sleeping states to waking states. That's what I'm talking about. But when we are talking time travel and multiple jumps to boot, each stacked neatly on top of the last, we tend to experience a bit of a mind scrambling, as you might imagine. It's a fair assessment to presume I'm in such a state right now. Gotta settle. It will settle. I've been on many fragmented ventures since my last entry. Don't know what I'm doing half the time, don't know how it helps the freefall plight of mankind's history, but it does. Such a nomadic lifestyle, such a coupling of super tramps, the genre of photonic humans and the genesis of such transformations. The butterfly image seems to be such a strong one when considering the fragile dance of the universe. How can such a delicate movement, the ripple minute, have such a long and lasting effect on the entire system? But it does, for sure. That's how it works. We set into motion the gentlest of ripples through the fabric of time and space, and in turn, it changes a far wider horizon. Imagine the good that can be summoned by such an art form, the light, the almighty kingdom upon this damaged earth. And imagine the utter carnage with just a single malicious intention or word. The temporal scar is forever tearing in front of us, and we are pulled through its ever-transmutable passage. The eerie caverns of some underwater rock palace flash before my eyes, but there is a slowing of movement for just the briefest moment, and the dim rays of sunlight push down through the thick water. And then the immediate danger hits hard and cold, as sure and icy as the watery depths if I were to fall out of time-slip torpor and materialize several miles beneath the surface. No, I can't think like that, not even for one moment, and not even a whimsy and macabre joke. It's a faith thing, of course it is. It has to be, and if my faith were to give out, would I be left to my fate in water-sunk grave? Would I be trapped at the edge of eternity within the confusion of the black and white oceanic dream? It's easier having a travel companion. It eases the worry and the tension of an ever-evolving brand new experience, the incredible and the impossible and the everything in between. Instead of constant apprehension and fear, there arises a different kind of emotion, a sense of excitement, the flash of cold, sharp steel that will entice one into the rapture instead of having the venturer focusing upon only the blade. We travel between the elements because of the important energy we need to receive regarding our work, and because we can. Water gives way to fire under the commanding hand of Grandfather Time. No mortal structure can withstand his stony gaze. All withers from this perspective, through this, the sacred looking glass of the gods, and then, like magic, is brought back like new, evoked into life from nothingness and lovingly granted yet another chance. The fires blaze around us, and yet not a single flame can singe a sleeve, flame begotten of flame that no steel has lit nor faggot feeds. I have a fanciful mental distortion, an ego-driven thought form that would breathe life into nothing more than an illusion of identity, an illusion of self. And in that one moment, I believe that I am the sun shining down from the heavens, but then I see the valleys of orange lava flowing and silhouetting the black islands, and I know we are passing through the core of the planet, the very heart of Gaia. The fires give way to open spaces high above terra firma, a misting of translucent cloud. A greyish veil obscures the hills and the streams below, but I am still able to make out these key features. Somewhere in the tropics, I hear myself ask, and Lex becomes more visible on my right-hand side, nodding in agreeance. I believe you are correct, she begins. Pre-Jurassic, at present, if my energetic feelers are serving true. Get ready for ground-locked alpha, 5 million years BC. We are rushing along the ground at breakneck speed and phasing through a densely populated forest. Even at this speed, I can receive the details, the many types of trees and plant life, the foliage and multiple vegetation, the creatures upon the ground of many shapes and sizes, mainly resembling reptilians and lizards, and the skin-winged monsters of the air, their pointed and angular dimensions seeming to create something of an unnatural spectacle, swooping down momentarily and almost matching our insane godlike speed. Impressive, aren't they? Remarks my nomadic genius. They cut through the air like a samurai razor drone. I forget that Lex is of a future time, in relation to my native ground-locked days, and she has a few hundred years on my original linear status. I seem to view her linear perspective as though she is from my time. Not sure why I do that. No sense to it, really. I guess when you've been involved in my line of work for a while, the centuries blur together somewhat and leave nothing more than a residual feeling of human life with only one real separation or difference: the quantum locked and the demi-elite, and never the twain shall meet.